Yo, what's up, anime fam? If you're tired of jumping into shows that leave you hanging with cliffhangers or go on forever with no clear ending, then you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about the 10 best anime that gave us a full, satisfying story in just one season. One ending, no filler. These shows know how to wrap it all up in a neat little package. So grab your snacks, hit that like button, and let's dive into this list. Number 10. Angel Beats. First up, we've got Angel Beats. And man, this one will hit you straight in the feels. Imagine waking up in a high school. But it's the afterlife. No, I'm not making this up. The story follows Yuzuru Otanashi, who wakes up with no memories of his past life. He joins a group of students led by the fiery Yuri, who are all stuck in this afterlife and fighting against a mysterious girl named Angel. Now don't let the premise fool you. This isn't just some random supernatural action show. The series dives deep into heavy themes like trauma, regret, and moving on, but it does so in a way that's still lighthearted and fun. It's filled with comedic moments, great character development, and a killer soundtrack that perfectly matches the tone. The ending, though? It'll hit you like a freight train. Seriously, I'm not ready to talk about it without tearing up. If you haven't seen this one yet, don't sleep today without watching it. It's a must-watch, and trust me, you'll be thinking about it long after the credits roll. Have you watched it yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Number 9. Terror in Resonance. Let's switch things up a bit and get into something a little darker. Terror in Resonance is one of those anime that'll make you question everything. Set in a modern-day Tokyo, this anime kicks off with a terrorist attack orchestrated by two young boys, known only as 9 and 12, who leave cryptic clues and a haunting video message. What starts as a simple mystery soon turns into a heart-wrenching tale of manipulation, government corruption, and the search for justice. The series is directed by Shinichiro Watanabe, the genius behind Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo, so you know the direction and music are on point. The pacing is intense, and the psychological depth of the characters will pull you in. What I love most about this anime is how it asks tough questions, about how far people are willing to go for justice and whether the ends justify the means. This show isn't for everyone, but if you love thrillers that make you think and feel deeply, you need to check this out. Trust me, it's not something you'll forget. Have you seen it? Let me know in the comments. Number 8. Erased. Next up, we have Erased. This one's like a roller coaster of emotions. Satoru Fujinuma, a manga artist, has the ability to go back in time to prevent tragedies before they happen. One day, he's falsely accused of murder, and he's sent 18 years into the past to a time when his classmate Keo was kidnapped and murdered. The story is a brilliant mix of thriller, mystery, and emotional drama as Satoru tries to change the course of events while dealing with his own guilt and regrets. What makes Erased stand out is how it seamlessly blends the mystery with heartfelt character arcs. You really start to feel for these characters, especially Satoru, as he works to protect his friends and fix the past. The tension is real, the plot twists are mind-blowing, and the emotional payoff at the end? Absolutely gut-wrenching. If you haven't seen this one yet, don't sleep today without watching it. It's a short but powerful ride. Let me know your thoughts on the ending in the comments. I'm sure it'll make you feel some type of way. Number 7. Sarazanmai. Now let's talk about Sarazanmai. Okay, this one is straight up weird, but it's also one of the most unique anime you'll ever see. The story follows 3 boys who accidentally break a mystical Kappa statue and get turned into Kappas themselves. Yeah, you heard me right. To reverse the curse, they must fight zombie-like creatures and, well, pull out the desires from their enemies' butts. I know it sounds bizarre, because it is, but underneath the absurdity is a deeply emotional narrative about human connections, desires, and the search for meaning in life. The art style is vibrant, the characters are diverse, and the themes are anything but surface level. It's quirky, heartfelt, and offers a powerful message about empathy and understanding. Sure, it's strange as hell, but that's why it's so special. If you haven't seen this one yet, don't sleep today without watching it. You won't regret it. What did you think of the show? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Number 6. Astra Lost in Space. Alright, Astra Lost in Space is next on the list, and if you're into sci-fi and space adventures, this one is chef's kiss. A group of high school students is sent on a field trip in space, but when they find themselves suddenly thrown light years away from home, they have no choice but to work together to survive. The group has to use their wits, their limited resources, and their newfound teamwork to navigate through space and find their way back. It's not just about space exploration, it's about the characters' growth and how they deal with the challenges they face. The anime has a perfect balance of action, drama, and humor. It also has some serious heart-to-heart moments that make you care for every single character. And the plot? It's got twists you won't see coming. If you haven't seen this one yet, don't sleep today without watching it. Trust me, it'll have you hooked from the first episode. What's your favorite character? Hit me up in the comments. Pyati, Akudama Drive. Now, if you're into dark cyberpunk worlds and fast-paced action, Akudama Drive is your show. Set in a dystopian future, the story follows a group of criminals, each with their own unique skills and motives, who are forced to work together on a dangerous mission. The art and animation are slick, the action is intense, and the world building is immaculate. What's most interesting about this show is how it explores the concept of good versus bad and what it means to be human. These characters may be criminals, but you can't help but feel empathy for them as the story unfolds. It's one of those shows where you'll be on the edge of your seat the entire time, rooting for characters who shouldn't really be your heroes. If you haven't seen this one yet, don't sleep today without watching it. It's a wild ride. What did you think of the ending? Let me know in the comments. 4. The Tatami Galaxy. Alright, let's get artsy for a second with the Tatami Galaxy. This one is a mind-bender, but in the best way possible. The show follows a nameless college student who is constantly reliving his first 2 years at university. What makes this anime stand out is how each episode explores a different scenario, showing how his life could have gone if he made different choices. The animation is gorgeous, like really unique, and the storytelling is fast-paced, witty, and full of dark humor. The way it reflects on life's missed opportunities and regrets is something everyone can relate to, especially if you've ever wondered, what if? The show's not just visually stunning, it's a deep dive into self-discovery. If you haven't seen this one yet, don't sleep today without watching it. It's a trip. What's your take on the show? Drop your thoughts in the comments. 3. The Perfect Insider. Let's get into The Perfect Insider, a locked room mystery that'll have you on the edge of your seat. The story follows a genius programmer, Shiki Magata, who's been living in isolation on a remote island for 15 years after allegedly murdering her parents. When a professor and his student arrive for a visit, a murder occurs on the island, and they must figure out who's responsible. This show is slow-burning but deeply intellectual, perfect for those who love psychological thrillers. It's a mix of suspense, mind games, and character study, all set in a contained environment. What I love about The Perfect Insider is how it keeps you guessing the entire time. You think you know what's happening, but then, bam, plot twist. If you haven't seen this one yet, don't sleep today without watching it. It's one of those mysteries you'll want to re-watch to catch all the details. Have you watched it yet? Let me know your thoughts. 2nd Charlotte. If you've ever wanted to see a super-powered high school anime with an emotional punch, Charlotte is for you. The show starts with a pretty standard premise, students with special powers. But as you get deeper into it, you realize it's so much more than that. The main character, Yu Otosaka, is able to possess people's bodies for a short time. But as he meets others with powers, he realizes that using these abilities comes with a heavy price. The anime explores themes of sacrifice, fate, and the impact of one's choices. It's funny at times, but when it gets serious, it really hits hard. The emotional payoff at the end? You'll need a box of tissues. If you haven't seen this one yet, don't sleep today without watching it. The journey is worth every second. What did you think of the twist? Let me know in the comments. První Kiznaiver. And finally, we've got Kiznaiver. This anime is a mind-blowing experience that's both heartwarming and intense. The show is set in a world where a group of teenagers is connected through a system that makes them experience each other's pain, both physical and emotional.